When you are working, you may think, this is not my job. It's so different from what I want to do. Or, although you have goal, you think you don't stand a chance. Why? You have all the potential you need to do anything. And if you make an effort, your goal must come true. Do not hesitate. Motivate yourself. Hey, listen to my presentation. Achieve. Go ahead. What happened? Please stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh. Don't you like me? Okay, I'm leaving here. What do you mean? What? Please do not think me out, okay? I know what you feel. This advice is passé. I'm also tired of hearing it. We call it self-development. Of course, it's so important and useful, but the problem is that it's not the best way to solve our problem. I think, other than just empty positive word, is with an organization. Because whatever you do for work, you belong somewhere, such as companies and communities. And if you just enter the company, you are like him. Oh, you seem to suffer from something. Maybe because of great boss. In spite of this fact, we tend to focus on individual things. But I think we should also focus on an organization. We need a plan too. Let's call it org development. Here's a story to explain how important changing the structure of organization is. It's a story about GM and Toyota, both are famous car manufacturers in the world. Aaron Swartz, who is the CEO of Demand Progress, which is a politic non-profit organization, said, a changing structure of organization is more important than changing people who work there. Do you like stories? Yes. Oh, great. Let's start the stories. Once upon a time, GM had a problem. One of their plants in Fremont, California wasn't performing at all because of the workforce. The workers tended to be absent from work so that they were not people enough to start the assembly lines. They spent more time on grievances and protesting than producing cars. Of course, the manager scolded them and gave them penalties, but it didn't work. They punished them and vice versa. Sometimes they even broke the cars that they made. I know it's too much. Eventually, GM gave up and closed the plant in 1982. However, the very next year, when Toyota was planning to start its first plant in America, GM became a partner of Toyota. They decided to reopen the plant, and Toyota hired back the same worker into the same job. The result was sensational. They were never absent and they never said grievances. Above all, they enjoyed coming to work. What happened? This is a list of the result. Everything had changed. It was amazing. So what's the magic? What did Toyota do? First of all, they never punished them. They just asked them why they did something wrong and tried to get feedback. After that, they improved the structure of the organization. I mean the structure of the plant. For example, they made opportunities that the workers could say, complain and their opinion easily when they made a mistake. Toyota also reduced the grade of the workers because they thought labor and management were on the same team. These improvements influenced the workers to do right and to be loyal. And then the workers would live happily ever after. Do you remember? This is a story. And actually, there were tips in this story to solve our problem. Did you catch it? The first tip is in this sentence. According to our words, an organization is not just a pile of people. It's also a set of structures. It's like a machine. When there is a problem, a part is not wrong. A way that you use the part is wrong. I think if we change our view of organization, we can fix our individual problem too. The second tip is in this sentence. He also said, if you have goals in life, you are probably going to need some sort of organization. You don't need to do every part of the process yourself. Our side was so narrow because we think we can achieve our aim by ourselves. That's why we cannot do that. Even if you make an effort, there is still a gap between things that you can do and things you need to do. Why don't you think that you can achieve your aim with other people? Do you think it's so difficult? Is there nobody who has the same passion and aim as you have? Of course, there are. Nowadays, it's easier than ever to find your comrades because of the internet. There is a lot of stuff which may help you to achieve your aim. I'll show an example. Does anyone know Kickstarter? You know? Kickstarter is a website which helps your creative idea to achieve. We call it crowdfunding. Their business model is like this. There are two kinds of users in Kickstarter. There are proposers and investors. First, proposers show investors their idea and plan, project, by using video and script. They also show the amount of money that they need. After that, if investors like their ideas and project, they can invest them. And then, if proposers get money that they need, they have to give them rewarding according to the amount of their investments. It's interesting. Here's an interview. Let's hear that.
I'm here with Yancy, who's one of the founders of Kickstarter. Kickstarter is a website where people can fund their creative projects. So how do you define a creative project?
We define it really broadly. It's film, it's music, it's food, it's journalism, it's art. Really, it's whatever comes from the imagination.
So Kickstarter itself kicked off over a year ago. It seems like the perfect time because the rise in social media has been so big in the last few years. How have social media services played into the success of Kickstarter?
They're definitely a huge part. You know, if I start a project, the first thing I do is I post it on Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr, and I get the word out that way. So it sort of sits on top of everyone's friends and followers.
The interesting thing is that they also used internet services such as Twitter and Facebook to achieve their aim. Nowadays, we can express our opinions and ideas. We can connect with people who live in all over the world. As we know, the internet is still growing. A lot of services will come to us. Actually, the time is right to share your aim with other people. So what's the organization to think that easily and to do that smoothly? First, I have to talk about formal organization model. When you do something you want to do, what do you do usually? What do you do when you do something what you need to do, you want to do? Come with ideas? Yeah, you're right. I think basically you try to find an organization such as companies which may help you to achieve your aim. And I think you probably ask yourself these kind of questions. What, why, and how? In order to figure out which organization is the best for you. And you finally decide one company or one organization, there are a lot of people in it as well. But you cannot achieve your aim usually because the other people don't have the same passion and aim as you have. So is there an answer that leads you to achieve your aim? Unfortunately. Don't worry about it. Here's a solution. I think you are the answer. Yes, you. As I mentioned, the internet helps us to achieve our aim. You can gather people who have the same passion and aim as you have, and you can make your own organization. The strange thing is that the other people have loyalty to your org because they have the same goal. In addition, the other people also have potential to fix your gap. The gap. The gap means something you don't have or you cannot do. Like money, opportunities, and status, knowledge, and so on. They can fix your lacking something. These help you to achieve your aim efficiently. Just because I don't want to say you can launch your own business and you can start your company. I don't want to say that because of a future of this organization model. There are three reasons. The first reason, the other people also have their own organization to achieve their aim. And if you like it, if you want to do, you can join them. We can help each other to achieve our aim. The second reason is that if you have your company, you have to save it forever. But this organization do not mean company, so that they don't need to exist forever. If they achieve their aim, they can break up. Because there is no passion in it. No passion means no reason of existence. It's a little bit difficult to understand. I'll give you an example. There is one movie director. He wants to make a new movie. To make new movie, he has to gather people like actress and actor, investors, staff, and so on. He has to make his own organization. But after they made a movie, they break up because there is no purpose. The third reason is that this organization could be in the same company and community. I think in the future, companies won't have departments. Organization is going to be more flexible and subdivided. For example, even though you work for one company, you can have your own organization. You can gather people who work for other company and the same company too. And you make a plan, and if you want, you can hand in the project to your company, and if the company like your project, they may invest your project. It's interesting. Of course, you have to keep making an effort. And I think my lovely audience has been already doing that in their professional lives. But if you struggle, please think about an organization. The problem is that you think you can achieve your aim only yourself. It's probably a wall which makes you lose momentum. Organization needs communication, and our communication style has been changing. We cannot stop it. We have to catch it. Organization style should also change. And please keep in mind, unless you show your passion, you cannot find your comrades. Let's go back to the beginning of my presentation. Do not hesitate to show your passion. Keep motivate yourself to show it to the world and achieve your aim with other people. Thank you.